Now, I was making noise there just so you could tell this video is actually working, so I'm not sure when the screen recording starts. It seems like there's moments of silence and then it suddenly starts. This is a technical thing for you. If you want to be doing YouTube videos like this, leave it a little space before you start talking. If you're screen recording it. Now, this is the second of the Josh Rackless morning show news summaries. Yesterday was at 4 p.m. that I recorded it, but I'm doing it in the morning today, so we're making progress here. 10:34 a.m. I've got an errand to run by noon, but my friend said if you're going to do a morning show, you got to do it in the mornings, and also I want to start being consistent for you and give you something to look forward to every morning. So let's try to keep this shorter today because yesterday became 20 minutes long, and that's probably too long for a news summary. That's the news, and who has 20 minutes to watch this kind of thing? So let's jump right into the news. What this is, again, is me just looking at CNN for the first time and discovering the headlines with you. So I don't really have any insightful comments yet because I haven't even looked at it yet. But that's like we're reading the newspaper together. It's kind of fun. So, what do we got? The CEO of Boeing gives Senate testimony on aviation safety and 737 MAX crashes. I think those were a while ago, right? Yeah, that's right. They took those 737s out of circulation for a while because there was two crashes, and I guess, well, that's watching live, so we don't need to see that right now. Official who was on Trump's call testifies. Okay, so there's lots more about Trump, that phone call he did with the Ukraine in the summer where he was like, I don't know, I don't even know what the idea there is. I mean, the idea is that supposedly he was withholding aid as long as they investigated to see if there was corruption in terms of Joe Biden's son working for a company in the Ukraine. But I often mention that I listen to the Ben Shapiro podcast, and he analyzes this in great detail, and he says it's all up to, your perception of Trump. I mean, you could read the transcript of the call as, oh yes, he was like trying to force them to do something, or you could also read it as he was just like, hey, what's up? Hey, maybe you should investigate these people. I don't know. I mean, people do investigate. Like, what was Hillary Clinton? She was, she was doing that kind of thing, investigating. I don't know. It's both sides to it. Like the Democrats have been investigating whether Trump colluded with Russia, and Hillary, she was colluding with, who was she colluding with to find dirt on Trump? Anyways, everybody's doing stuff. I don't get too worked up about any of it. Everybody seems fine to me. I don't mind Trump that much. I know it's very controversial. I mean, I don't know. He's a bit of, aside from personality, or if you think you'd be his best friend, or if you could trust him as a friend, I don't mind his policies all that much. So you can all get mad in the comments, or we can argue about specific policies. I don't even know which ones we're talking about right now. White House Ukraine expert tells lawmakers that he reported concerns about the Trump-Zelensky call. Okay. Yes, again, this call that's supposed... I mean, if any of this stuff had meat, I feel like it would be immediately obvious, like, oh, you wouldn't have to investigate it for like 8 months to go, oh, maybe that phone call was bad. Analysis, Trump may regret getting his wish. There's a lot of... as I mentioned yesterday, CNN is basically completely devoted to bashing Trump, so it's all... Especially their analysis, they get really overt about it. Here, let's check it out. What is the wish that he will regret having? Oh, Nancy Pelosi may not thank Pelosi for giving Republicans what they wanted. Pelosi gives Republicans what they wanted, and Trump may not thank her. President Trump may come to regret that Nancy Pelosi gave him what they wished for, putting the House on the record for the first time on impeachment through the Speaker's call for a vote by the whole chamber on procedures is a highly symbolic step that will challenge the entire Republican critique of the impeachment project. More crucially, such a vote could make it more difficult for the GOP to dodge the substance of the Ukraine scandal and the issue on which impeachment will turn. Did Trump abuse his power? I don't know. Again, Nancy's like, is it appropriate to pressure foreign countries? First of all foreign aid has conditions. Apparently, Joe Biden was on the phone when he was, he's actually been bragging about how he pressured the Ukraine to, or somebody, was it the Ukraine, to get rid of corruption in return for aid and stuff. So, I mean, you could look at whether this corruption should be fought, or because it was supposedly involved with Joe Biden's son, whether you shouldn't be able to investigate it. So I don't know. And all of this, I feel like there's more important issues. It just seems like it's trying to get Trump. We hate Trump, and nobody's actually really concerned about what's good for the country and the world. I think there's more important things to be investigating. Judge kicks Trump impeachment lawsuit into high gear. So this is all Trump stuff. Senator becomes central figure in Ukraine scandal. CNN loves this stuff. Anything to do with. Remember, it used to be about, did Trump collude with Russia, and then they investigated that for 2 years, and then the Mueller report showed nothing, and now it's about, did Trump pressure the Ukraine to investigate? I mean, that's the thing. I mean, even if he did, which I don't think he did, there's no evidence of that. Why can't you investigate whether there's some corruption regarding, a political candidate's son? That was because Joe Biden's his rival. Anyways, Katie Hill eludes the privilege of forgiveness. What is this about? Whenever I see the word privilege, I hear, I imagine white privilege or gender privilege. The curious case of Katie Hill. On Sunday, Katie Hill of California announced her resignation from Congress following recent allegations that she had an improper relationship with a campaign staffer before taking office. Ooh, this is rare for this to be like a woman doing that. This is or at least in the news. It's the hardest thing I've ever had to do, but I believe it's best for my constituents. And then what is the privilege here? Are they arguing that... and then, of course, you throw in Trump. This is to say nothing of Donald Trump, who's remained unscathed by the allegations that more than a dozen women have publicly leveled against him. Even Democrat Al Franken resigned because there was, apparently when he was posing for photos, he was touching their bums or something. Put another way, men, particularly those of certain political persuasions, are often given redemption arcs, and while women who dare to challenge norms, such as Sandra Fluke, who was slut-shamed after she testified before Congress in an effort to persuade Georgetown to include birth control in health care, are expected to buckle. I guess I should be actually reading this stuff out loud, because what if it becomes a podcast and you can't read it yourself on the screen? So she was slut-shamed after she testified before Congress in an effort to persuade Georgetown University to include birth control in its healthcare coverage, are expected to buckle to biases and ultimately bow out. Okay, so this is all about how men can get away with anything, and women have to resign. So you can decide for yourself whether that is the case. Sessions' eyes return to U.S. Senate. Avalon breaks down shocking statistics on partisanship. So this is all sort of political stuff. A candidate to lead ISIS emerges. What is this like? Do they have little elections? What does ISIS do? Because if you'll recall, the leader of ISIS was killed on Sunday, I think. After Baghdadi, a candidate to lead ISIS emerges. Does he emerge from this little tunnel? Is that where Baghdadi died? Let's see. What remains of ISIS is yet to acknowledge the death of its leader in a raid by U.S. forces on Saturday. At this early stage, it's not clear who will succeed him, but a longtime Baghdadi companion and a religious scholar would seem to be a leading candidate. Look at this guy. If you can't see this because you're listening, this is a podcast. This is a very angry-looking man with a beard and a shaved head. That's what I would look like if I had a beard and I was very angry. Oh, no videos. We don't want to get this demonetized on YouTube. Okay, so maybe there'll be a new leader. What else we got here? Father of missing backpacker fears she's been kidnapped. What country is that in? Let's see if it's a country where it... Okay, so British woman disappeared after a beach party on a Cambodian island. Yeah. Remind me not to visit Koh Rong Island, it says. It's in Thailand. Yeah, I'm scared to go to like Thailand or Vietnam or Cambodia. You can see those are all on the map there. I don't know. You hear about bad things happening there. But if anybody wants to go with me, I guess we can protect each other. Maybe I should go with like a secret agent or a policeman who can actually fight. Let's see. 21-year-old who allegedly told boyfriend hundreds of times to kill himself is charged. Now, I saw this on the page yesterday. Now, there was a case years ago where a girl pressured some guy to kill himself, and then I can't remember. This must be a different one, because, yeah. Well, maybe this is the same one. No, but this looks like, I think I saw the picture. It looked like two Asian people, and I think the original story that I heard about months ago was white people. So maybe this is a new one. That's sad. What do we got? Shark bites foot off snorkeling tourist. That is very sad. Apple releases nearly 60 new emoji. I didn't realize emoji was the plural of emoji. Faking pregnancy to try to avoid baggage fees. How long is this? This is already 10 minutes long. Okay, so I guess that's, I mean, you can, yeah. You know what? I think in the future I'll have to actually uh, plan this out, or maybe we can pick specific articles to summarize. But there you go. More Trump stuff in the news. Oh, and there's a wildfire. Airbnb hosts offer free housing to California wildfire evacuees. So that's good news. Maybe we should go through this and go good news, bad news. That would be fun. U.S. Air Force's mysterious space plane lands after record 780 days in orbit. Mysterious space plane. Ooh, that sounds, who knows what's going on there. It's good spooky story for Halloween. All right, well, that's this morning's news, and maybe we'll catch up this afternoon. Let me know if you want me to cover any specific news subjects. We could read a whole article together and analyze it. All right, bye for now.